Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's been a while, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm glad to finally have a computer charger again, that way I can play this because I've been thinking about this game all the time. I was hoping to get a bunch of it done for Halloween just because it's so like spooky themed, but oh well, we do what we can. Anywho, I thought this game like uninstalled, so I was worried I lost my save, but it's still here. Not if I click delete, jeez, okay. Alright. Well, I have nothing more to say, let's just play. What was I doing last? Oh yeah, talking to the cops. I don't remember what I'm doing now. Am I playing hide and seek? I feel like maybe I am. The dark, stuffy closet. Mom says it smells like mice, but how would she know their smell? She hates when I stick my nose in there. She's afraid I'll cut myself on the freshly sharpened axe. Why are we sharpening axes? I guess you probably have a wood stove. And Olya can't even be lured close to it. She thinks Baba is living in there. I tried to help her fight her fears once. I opened the door and turned on a dim lamp so she would see there was nothing but cobwebs, Dad's tools, and scratched walls. She still didn't believe me. And I liked to hide in the closet and listen to Olya count outside. 1, 2, 3, better hide from me. Sorry, I'm kind of stuffed up still. Ever since COVID, I've just been like, ugh. Makes recording hard. And then drag her feet on the creaking floorboards, hoping that she wouldn't need to look for me in the cramped monster's den. Maybe I'm just investigating. I'm really not sure. Hello, lie to Mom. We'll do that in a second. I'm gonna investigate the fridge. What's in the freezer? Ew, what is that? Grandma kept ice cream for me and Olya there, but now I can only see meat bits for soup and clumped together pelmeni. I grew to hate them already. Let's see, what is this? Where's my dictionary? Where's that little, no? Where'd that go? Is it here? Yeah, oh, there we go. Pelmeni, a Russian variety of dumplings made by boiling thin, unleavened dough filled with mincemeat. One may even call it Russian fast food. Fancy. Okay, cool. Nothing else of interest in this fridge? Alright, I'm gonna lie to my mother. What? Did I don't know what this says.
Мам, там что-то с телевизором случилось.
Hold on a second. You're not supposed to be talking. Shh. Thank you. Why is it in Russian? I assume it's Russian. Well, that's fine. Mom, something's wrong with the TV. The picture is dim and there are stripes all over the screen. Okay, that was weird. Mom's face becomes visibly distorted. You're killing me here. So have you had enough of shooting those stupid ducks now? What? Told you the kinescope would go dim because of your console. Oh, gaming. Where will we find a TV technician in this hole, huh? Maybe it's just the settings? Please, go see for yourself. Strange, it worked fine in the morning. Maybe the snowfall caused it? Mom rubbed her hands clean on her apron and went to Olya's room. Alright, time to sneak out. Bye! I opened the front gate and went into the field. Oh yeah, also, when I loaded this game back up, I really don't know if it's just because I restarted my computer that all this stuff reset, but I got a bunch of achievements. I don't know why. I tried not to read too many of them because I think they were probably spoilers, but it was like something something, you found a mitten, something something, you accepted a snack from a fox. And I really haven't gotten that far in the game, so I don't know why I got those. Carefully, so Mom wouldn't see me from the window. Did I read the last part? I don't remember. Yeah, I did. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Anyway. When I crossed half the distance towards the forest, the snow piles became as high as my knees. I remembered my nightly fears. I saw those silhouettes around here. They were jumping around, holding hands. Yeah, it was pretty weird. That hypnotic music started playing in my head all on its own. I like that the crows and the birds are moving in the background. The game style is so awesome. This music is creepy, though. In the light of the day, those distant figures felt like a simple dream. The sun turned my nightmares to ash. This is getting really loud. I feel like I'm in danger here. The sun turned my nightmares to ash, but the aftertaste was still there. Distant ringing in my ears, distorted shadows crawling in the snow alongside me, and a barely audible whisper in my head, blurry and almost kind. This is... Something's not right here. Everything was silent. So silent I felt like the world was totally empty. No ground, no sky, no parents, no Olya. The time reached its limit, a one-way trip that ended at the forest's piney stockade. Sometimes silence was much scarier than any scream. This is true. Our parents would scream at each other while arguing, and both me and Olya turned to stone listening to them. But then always came the ringing silence. Our apartment became numb a couple of days before we departed. It was hard to remember the last time Mom and Dad joked around, laughing, or spent time together, almost like all of it was in a previous life. When they kissed with Olya present, she always frowned and snorted in a funny way. But one day it all changed. Something important had left our home, and something scary filled the remaining void. It was as if a fire broke out, and our parents were hurriedly packing our belongings, trying to save themselves and us. From who, though? The cartel. I don't think that's it. From the dead people... Oh, from the people with dead cold eyes who sometimes visited us in our previous home. Oh, that's not good. Ghosts? Demons? The eyes that only saw balls of worms on the black ground and everything. I don't understand that sentence. And somewhere far away a siren was going off, trying to warn us of the coming menace. I shuddered, chasing away my delusions, and I looked around. There were only me, this white field, and the wind that was whipping up icy dust and belts of powdered snow. I'm gonna turn this volume down just a little bit. It's quite loud. I don't know if it is for you, but it is for me. Just down a little bit. Yeah, that's good. No, not... dang it. Oh, better turn this back off too. Silly goose. Okay. There. I squinted from the sun and turned my eyes to the sunless forest. It looked especially dark in contrast with the blinding whiteness. Fun fact, you should always wear sunglasses when it's snowy out. If you didn't know that, you should. So make sure you keep your sunglasses out for winter, okay? I don't want y'all going sunblind or snowblind or whatever it is. Knobby tree roots slithered under the snow like fat snakes. Rotten leaves and coniferous needles froze into the ice. Oh, a mitten. I got an achievement for that already. Dry, prickly branches intertwined, bringing up uncomfortable thoughts about fences. Were they protecting the forest? Or were they keeping something from breaking out? No. I share a Steam account with one of my friends, so I don't know if maybe she was playing this, but I feel like then I would have the saves. By the way, I have a tall glass of chocolate milk, don't judge me. I'm not 5 years old, I just like chocolate milk. Oops. Sorry. Anyway, some object was hanging from one of the pointy branches. It's very clearly a mitten, child. I tried to get closer, drowning in the snow, and when I almost got to the edge of the forest, I saw a knitted mitten. It looked like a wounded bird among the hungering semi-dark. Should I take it to the police? Well, it's... In Canada, we have... it's kind of like... If we find, like, a hat or a mitten, we just, like, put it on a post so that the person can come back and find it. I don't know why we do that, we just do. I guess just because it's a visible location, so, like, maybe it's just... Like, I feel like somebody didn't lose a mitten on this branch. It's pretty clearly been put here by someone. But also, it was probably a demon. Their senior officer looked gloomy, but he still reminded me of Captain Casanova from my favorite TV show called The Streets of Broken Lights. What's that? Streets of Broken Lights, a Russian mystery TV series telling the story of the daily life of Russian police officers. It's the longest-running series in the history of Russian TV at the moment. That's cool. I'm learning all these fun facts, and you know, by extension, so are you, so it's a good day. He was also always anxious, with a tired look in his eyes, but still brave and strong. Will this mitten help them find the lost boy? How do you even know it's his? Vova! I heard a distant shout. Looked like it came from the river. Isn't that the missing kid? Was that his name? Vova! As if the trees were calling out to someone. Oh, I probably should have said it creepier then. Vova resounded closer to me. Someone was standing there behind the trees. We should leave. Hiding. We should go. We should go right now. Vova. I knew someone was looking for the lost boy, but still. Something was unsettling about that figure. I don't even see a figure. Its stillness, how it was bent unnaturally towards the ground. That is so creepy. You should leave. Its blackness. There's no one there. Just branches and roots. Okay, I'm confused. Is it the tree or is it some random dude looking for a child? It's all just my imagination. Well, it's fine then. A nearby bird flapped its wings loudly. What was that? I saw that. We should go, kid. We should really go. A shadow split from the tree and disappeared from my sight. It's one of those new Minecraft tree monsters. Is it a tree monster? I can't remember. I looked away for just a moment, but when I turned my gaze back to the same place, it was gone. That's so creepy. You know what? You kind of look like Percival DeRollo. So it was my imagination after all. Silence reigned for a painfully long time. This is a horror story. I don't think it was your imagination. Man, this place is creepy. If this was behind my house, I'd move. I would not. I could not chill here. I really want to live in the country, but I don't think I could do the nights, because the forests are so creepy. Just at night, though. In the daytime, they're lovely. My muscles were tightly sprung. My heart was beating somewhere in my throat. Any noise, any little movement, any small whisper from the thicket, and I'd sprint. But nothing of the sort happened. I looked at the mitten once more. Let's just take it. I don't like that it says run away. I gotta... Yeah, give it to me. If I die, I die. I decided to take the lonely mitten from the branch. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. I changed my mind. Let's go. Vova. We should leave. I don't want it anymore. A shout rumbled across the field and dissolved into the distance. No echo. No hope for a reply. Just go. You don't need the mitten. I take it back. Oh my gosh. We're so dead. What if it's just kids messing with me? It's the new school. It's the school bullies. I stepped towards the bristly trees and tried to claim my find. Am I gonna get murdered? It didn't budge. Okay. I pulled harder, the branch cracked, and the mitten tore off, landing in my hand with a squishy sound. Is it full of blood? I guess it's wet. It's probably just water. All too heavy. Wet. It's the middle of winter. It's probably snow. I squeezed it without... Oh no, it is blood. I squeezed it without thinking, and something dark spilled from it, forming a tiny string between the mitten and the snow. Oh gosh. Steam rose from the snow pile. Steam? That's weird. We should run now. Oh my god. Anton, whatever your name is you are way too young to be a detective. Run. I froze in place, studying my palms in disgust. Red. Does blood make the snow steam? Is that a thing? Or is it just warm blood? Is it like fresh blood? That's not good. The sound of cracking branches invaded the silence. Run, child! Turn around and go. I didn't have to think twice before running away. Thank you! Someone was chasing me from the darkness, breaking pine branches, closing the distance with giant leaps. Is the volume still on? Is it this? No, it's not. Okay, I guess I can allow you to scream while you run. Snow was slowing me down. Crazy thoughts flew through my mind. I'll get caught. They'll get me. I'll get dragged into the thicket. I'll be gone. Forever. Probably if they catch you, yeah. But there was one more voice, probably one of reason. It gave me strength, spurred me on. You can do it. Don't stop. I heard an animal roar behind me. It's just a bear. It was so loud my ears went numb. Does my mom not hear this? It felt like the sound had come from a pack of hungry beasts rather than a single one. Okay, it's just the animals I saw from my window. That's totally fine. New pet. Their nostrils sucked in freezing air. They sensed my fear. Two giant wings flapped above my head. An enormous shadow flew over the clearing. A hoot, a wheeze. It's Olia's evil owl. The roars were coming from all directions now. From the dried-up raspberry bush, from twisted pines, from under the windfall. Hurry, run, don't look back. It felt like I was inside a nightmare. The snowy clearing became viscous like quicksand. Oh, that's not good. Keep running, child. I pulled my leg from the mushy trap just to be caught in a new one, even deeper than before. I continued to drown, sinking deeper and deeper with every desperate push. Was snow ever this sticky? I screamed in horror after realizing this wasn't snow. What is it? Someone or something in the snow pile was clutching my pants. That's not good. We were so dead. I gathered all my strength and rushed forward. I should not have taken that mitten. The pressure on my leg was gone. My boots slipped out of the hole, and my soles were on a hard surface again. I reached a clear path with one jump, and from there ran to my house. Its gloomy facade didn't look threatening now. That house was my line of defense from the shadows that flapped their wings and the creatures that were hidden under the snow. I tripped over the doorstep and smashed into the door. In all my hurry, I still managed to notice the claw marks. Okay, wasn't there something scratching on the house last night? As if a dog was striking at the wood with its paws, demanding to be let in so it could escape the cold. Maybe it's just the neighborhood dog. I'm going to choose to believe that. I hadn't noticed these marks when I was leaving. The heartbeat in my ears was much louder than my surroundings. I couldn't hear whether someone was following me or not. What if they were already in our front yard and Mom had locked the door? Drowning in fear, I pulled on the doorknob and it obediently gave way. If my mom locked me out, I'd be so mad. I rolled into the hallway and shut the door behind me. Porch planks creaked as my pursuers ascended the stairs. Oh, wow, so there actually is something and you're not just crazy. That's not good. My fingers slipped off the lock and I couldn't click it into place. I gritted my teeth and pulled hard on the iron knob, whipping it between the boards. I stared blankly at the door. Someone was standing on the other side of the pitiful, flimsy barrier that was probably less useful than blankets. I don't know. I think it's useful. And there's a cross, too. Like, God will protect you or something. That's, if it's demons, then you're probably fine. Wheezing breath reached into the house and crashed at me in waves. It smelled of pine and sweat. It's just a tree monster. Mom peeked out of the kitchen and chastised me with the same frigid voice she always used when she was talking to Dad. What exactly didn't you understand when I told you to never slam the door? I didn't mean to. I stuck a glance at the door. The smell was gone, and the breath was too. If there was someone in the first place, of course. Here, mere 5 meters away from Mom, my fear was slowly weakening, melting like snow in spring. And with it, the last bit of strength I had left my body, too. My legs gave way. I propped myself up against the wall so I wouldn't fall over. Mom's expression had changed immediately. The cold mask of strictness and detachment was gone. Mom looked the same as before all those quarrels. She finally saw my condition, my wet pants plastered with snow. Where have you been? What did I tell you, huh? I told you to stay home. Am I nothing to you, too? Oh, oof. Shoot, sorry, Mom. I got afraid she would cry. I reached out to her like when I was very little and wanted her to cuddle me. But Mom regained her composure fast and put on her usual face. Her eyes shined like steel. Her voice rang out. Your dad can't find his cigarettes. Be honest, did you snatch them? Were you smoking in secret? Mother. On my honor, never. There was someone chasing me. I thought. I stuttered as soon as I started explaining myself. Tears welled up in my eyes. Mom leaned towards me and sniffed my clothes like a beast, searching for the smell of tobacco. Then she squinted her eyes in suspicion and looked at the front yard. Her expression changed in an instant, and she covered her mouth with her hand. Look over there, at the fence. What is at the fence? Is there just a creepy dude? My heart started thumping as if I became prey once again and my pursuers were following me in the field. I could swear that I've heard something scratching at the door, just like in my nightmare. Mom beckoned me with her finger, and I gathered all my remaining bravery to look into the kitchen window, facing my fear. Puppies! I could barely discern some hairy silhouettes swimming in the snow through the icy winter patterns on the glass. Dogs. Just a small pack of strays with no name and owner, barely reminding of the hungry monsters that live on the edge of the forest. It was just dogs. Oh boy, were you scared of them? I think they'd rather be scared of you, Anton. They were chasing me. Like a bunny. A tiny bunny. Haha, roll credits. And what if they're rabid? The smile had slowly disappeared from Mom's face. Now she looked at the dogs as if it was her first time seeing them. What if they attack Olya? What about me? Mom? I wish your dad could just shoot them all. Please don't shoot the dogs. That's not nice. Mom, look. They're alive. Yeah. Huh? What? Are they your friend or foe after all? Make up your mind. You're not a little kid anymore. I mean, he looks pretty little to me. Mom sighed in annoyance, and I felt so bitter that I bit my lower lip and fixed my gaze in the cobweb-ridden corner just to keep myself from crying. Well, some detective I am. Well, give her the bloody mitten. Aren't your hands covered in blood? In reality, I wasn't risking my life among monsters, but rather my pants among a pack of stupid strays. And what for? What use do I have for this? The bloody mitten! Give your mother the mitten! It's crime! Evidence! Evidence of a crime! Mitten, of course! A dark, sticky mitten that belonged to the lost boy made a squishy sound in my hand. Seems like I was clutching it the whole time. That's my trump card as a detective! Hell yeah! I hurried to present this clue to my mom. That is so disgusting. How did you not notice that before? Mom, look, this is Vova's mitten. That boy the police were asking about in the morning. It's drenched in blood. I found it hanging on a tree. I can show where. Let's call the police right away, like the officer had told us to. Mom, look. Ew. That's valid. A shadow of doubt slowly crept onto Mom's contorted face, as if she was trying to remember something distant, like someone tries to remember their dream, but the images slip away. Stop at this moment. Olya will go insane if she hears you. She already has trouble sleeping and whines all the time. Be nice to your child, lady. And you joke around like this? It's not a joke. It's a bloody, dripping... Don't mess with me, bro. At that moment, I realized the mitten was actually wet from snow. Well, now I just feel crazy. There was no blood whatsoever. I wanted to sink through the floor from embarrassment. I really can't tell if he's delusional, or if this is some weird dark magic thing, or if I'm delusional. I wanted to sink through the floor from embarrassment. Come here, my boy who cried wolf. Oh, don't just stand there. Come take your pills. My pills? Are they crazy pills? Am I actually just crazy? A golden-colored pill reminiscent of a dead wasp fell onto my palm. That's weird. Whenever weird, suspicious meds get involved, it's just like government experiment, Frambo, weird stuff. I already took one during breakfast. Don't talk over me. I told you to stay home, and you... Dad would have given you a good whipping for that. Jesus. Don't whip your kids. What? Tisk tisk. Come on, take it, or you won't be able to sleep at night. And you have school tomorrow. Oh, it's just melatonin. Dead wasp melatonin. So I had to swallow the bitter medication, drinking it down with similarly awful water that gave off a taste of chlorine. This is suspicious. Maybe it wasn't Vova's mitten. Maybe it wasn't a mitten at all. It was definitely a mitten. I hope. Just like the forest monsters. And Olya's owl. Am I going mad? I think these pills are making you crazy, and I think your mom is drugging you. Suspicion confirmed. What's happening to me? Either the pill had an immediate effect, or my overexerted brain didn't let fear inside anymore. Serenity washed over me, bringing yawny indifference along with it. This is so weird. Anton, you done? See? You can do it when you try. Take off your coat. Are you asleep? No, Mom. I was just thinking. What about, I wonder? It's just something silly. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes, as if she wasn't sure, as if she wasn't sure she was looking at her own son and not some doppelganger that came from the forest. That'd be a crazy twist at the end if it turns out at this moment Anton was switched. Is everything all right? You had the exact same expression when the policeman asked you about the window. I'm all right, Mom. She heaved a deep sigh. Fine. Sorry. Fine. It seemed like the house had changed. The sofa's fabric had become discolored. Fingerprints appeared on the bathroom tiles. The light bulbs also felt different, dimmer and yellower. Even the saliva inside my mouth had a different taste. This pill is weird. A melody from Aladdin could be heard from the upper floor. Olia was done rewatching her favorite Little Mermaid episode and switched to the other tapes. Aladdin is my favorite Disney movie, but I don't think that's how you spell it. It's Aladdin, I think. Oh, whoopsies. I slowly changed into my home clothes, stopped before the sink, and studied my reflection in the mirror, like I was trying to solve one of those spot the difference puzzles. Pardon-moi. Then I went upstairs. Jafar and Iago's voices died down. That's really cool. Oh my god, I heard Iago too. Is that I wonder if that's actually the, Russian version of the Disney movie. That'd be really cool. I walked past Olia's bedroom and slipped into my own. Oh. I guess, is this all I can do? One of the drawers was empty. I hid the mitten in there. The simple action drained the last bit of strength from me. I sat on the bed. Okie dokie. I think I've been recording for a while, so I'm going to end this one here, and we will pick it up next time, where hopefully I won't be as psychotic and taking drugs from my mother. YouTube, that's not real, it's in the game. Shh, I don't mind that. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.